how Nvidia's technologies and innovations are going to move this industry forward is Zvi Greenstein, General Manager at Nvidia. Please join me in welcoming Zvi to the stage.
Thank you so much. Phil Rush, amazing. Phil likes helping. Really. So, introduce myself first. My name is Zvi Greenstein. I'm a general manager at Nvidia and also heading the business development for VR. Really excited to be here today. 2016 is clearly the year of VR. After all those years, so many attempts, there's just this feeling that it's finally coming together with all the right pieces falling into place. We have great attendees from HTC, from Oculus, from a bunch of other vendors. Content is starting to come out in a big way. And then there's the graphics technology. Today we're able to deliver a great VR experience in a power-efficient manner and price points that can really appeal to the mass market. So with all those three elements in place, the magic of presence can be delivered to people around the world. Now, while we're extremely excited that VR is finally here, we are absolutely not satisfied. There is so much more to do and to improve. We need untethered solutions, we need higher resolution, lower latency, better quality, higher fidelity, better physics, better audio, you name it. And as for content, we want to see the content that's available on PC today. It is almost photorealistic coming to VR. So it's a long journey. It's a journey that we are very excited to be part of. It's a journey that we are very excited to be. The GPU is such a key element in enabling presence today, but at the same time, innovations in graphics technology will be key to enhancing presence in the future and to move this industry forward. So with that in mind, there are a couple of things that I would like to get across. One is Nvidia's deepest commitment to innovation. We'll continue to innovate, invent, push the envelope, show the world what's possible in VR in the years to come. And the second thing that I would like to get across is our commitment to work with you, the ecosystem partners, hardware developers, software developers, application developers, HMD makers, to address the biggest challenges in VR. There are some big challenges in VR that we have to work together to address, to make sure that this time around VR really takes off. So why is VR so difficult? Simulating reality is tough work, whether you're in VR or in AR. Presence is a function of what you see, or what you hear, or what you touch, the behavior of the environment around you, as well as your interaction with that environment. As for the graphics, we need to aim for the highest visual quality, the highest fidelity. This is a very good example from the Everest VR experience created by Sulfur. Using photogrammetry, using real pictures from Mount Everest, actually puts you on Mount Everest. This is the type of application, this is the quality that we need to aim for in VR in order for it to look real. Audio has to be properly simulated, right? Right audio will make you believe in what you're seeing. It's extremely important in VR. Touch has to look and feel right. And the physical simulation, the world around you has to abide by the laws of physics. It's very simple, but very difficult to implement. So to move this industry forward, we need to drive innovation across multiple sensors: vision, hearing, touch. And in addition to that, Nvidia is working on new and innovative GPU technologies to deliver taste and smell in VR. That was a joke, by the way. We're going to leave it to the CPU guys. We're going to focus on those three areas: vision, hearing, as well as touch. So let's start with the first one, graphics. Why is graphics so difficult? It all stems from the fact that VR is 7 times more demanding than PC gaming. In PC gaming, you need to render to a typical 1080p monitor with 30, 45 frames per second as a minimum. In VR, you need to render at 3K resolution at 90 frames per second at a minimum. Okay, and that's 7 times more demanding. It's also reflected in the content that's available today. How many of you are gamers? Oh, many gamers. Look at the content that's available on PC today. Games like Tomb Raider, Division, Fallout. Look at the games that are available in VR. It's not even close in terms of visual quality and fidelity. Even the best looking games in VR today look like PC games from 6-7 years ago. So there's so much horsepower needed in VR to drive to the levels of visual quality and fidelity that's available in PC. It's a huge gap, but it's a gap that Nvidia is well positioned to address. And we have made a giant leap towards addressing the gap with the introduction of our Pascal product line. It's a new product line that we introduced a month ago. It's a new architecture that gives us a significant performance boost in VR, significant performance increase, performance per dollar as well as performance per watt. Maxwell product line is amazing. Enable more than 10 million VR-ready PCs out there. Pascal just takes it a few steps forward. The GTX 1080, the product that we introduced last month, is priced at $599 and delivers 2x the performance of a $1,000 graphics card at 3x the power efficiency. So 3x the power efficiency, 2x the performance. So far we've introduced two enthusiasts of GPUs, but you can imagine what this architecture is going to do across our product stack and the VR experience that it will deliver in new and exciting form factor. GTX 1080 has 9 teraflops of compute horsepower. You know, I've been in this industry for more than 10 years. I remember 8 years ago when we introduced the first teraflop GPU, we were scratching our head thinking, you know, who's going to use so much horsepower? We need to find a use case to justify all the horsepower that we put in our GPUs. Now with 9 teraflop in VR, we're just scratching the surface. Give developers 10x the performance and they will want more to deliver the ultimate VR experience. How did we accomplish that? So we have been using, for Pascal specifically, we use a new process technology. I won't bore you with technical details. We're able to backward transistors into a smaller area, increase the clock speed, the engine, and the memory. But we did more than that. We've incorporated new innovative techniques to enable faster, better performance in VR. One of them is called simultaneous multi-projection. It's the ability to project to 16 viewports simultaneously. And what does it enable us to do? It enables us to render to both eyes simultaneously using a single geometry pass. That multiplies the geometry performance in VR, allows developers to add more triangles, geometric detail in the VR experience, which by itself drives presence. And it enables us to render to the unique shape of the VR lenses. We call this technique lens match shading, and that gives the developer 50% performance boost on top of that. So increased clocks, more transistors into any given area, and new innovative techniques to render in VR. Let's talk about audio. Audio is one of my favorite sensors in VR. And just to quote Michael Abrash, who is now Oculus CTO or chief scientist, used to work at Valve, he's been saying many times, audio in VR is not an addition. It's a force multiplier. It really draws you into the experience and makes you believe in what you're seeing if you get audio right. Now, audio includes 3 elements. The first one is the synthesis, the creation of the sound. We're using pre-recorded audio today in most of the VR applications. One day, we'll be able to simulate the creation of the audio in VR. Direction, the location of the incoming sound. This is positional audio. For the most part, this is a solved problem. Most of the premium VR experiences will come with positional audio. And then there's the audio propagation, how sound moves in space. This is a very difficult problem to solve. Only approximation can be done, and now for the first time we're able to solve this problem with our GPU. So our GPU can simulate audio propagation. Elements such as reflection, absorption, diffraction, occlusion can be simulated with our GPU. So in a small room, it's going to sound different as if you're in a large room or outside, in a hallway next to a wall. It will use the material property and the physical, virtual environment that you're in to simulate properly the audio. It's very, it's computationally expensive. It requires a separate GPU to do that, but once you get it done, it can contribute to the feeling of presence and deliver a new and exciting VR experience. So we talked about audio, we talked about graphics, now let's talk about physics. Why is physics important in VR? The environment that you're in and the interaction with that environment has to abide to the laws of physics. Extremely important in VR. Not as important in games, in 3D games as an example, but in VR you know that when something doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, it will just break presence, it will pull you out of the virtual world, it will put you back in the real world. No one likes the real world after being in VR. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, that's in the conference after all. But we want developers to incorporate more physics elements, use our physics library to create a physically accurate world. So water has to look like water, smoke has to look like smoke. You should be able to interact with the particles. Collision has to be properly implemented. Everything has to look and feel right. Developers have been shying away from incorporating physics elements, but now with increased horsepower, they're able to do that, and they're able to do that with our GPUs more effectively. I just want to show you a very quick video. It's a video that it's an application that we put together for the Pascal launch. It's called Nvidia Funhouse. And this application incorporates all the physics elements that we saw on the previous slide. Maybe can we play the video? So this is going to be available on Steam for free. We're going to open source this application. It's a fun house, it's a fun game. Here you see the flex effects, liquid simulation, fluid simulation. Game developers, application developers can appreciate the complexity here. This is the headbox effect. All the hair is created using geometry, soft body simulation. Very complex, very computationally intensive. Looks real, looks simple, but it's not. But it looks very natural, and it's really fun. It's going to come to Steam this month, and we're going to open source it very soon. Look at the fire, the smoke, your ability to interact with that. Again, you're using a flex effect here. The environment is destructive. Collision is properly implemented. Look at the way the balls interact with each other. We have that cloth effect on the nets on the sides. Again, using our collision effects here. Next one, you're going to see the particles, the diffraction effect. The entire environment is destructible. You can really have fun with it. And all the physics elements that are incorporated in this applications are available to you through the physics libraries. They're incorporated in all the major game engines. The way the balloons interact with each other. They don't go into each other, but collision is properly implemented. You can interact with the particles in the air. Haptic feedback is applied. Again, just a quick glance just to show you, what's possible in VR using our physics libraries. So in summary, our strategy is based on 3 elements. First, hardware. We'll continue to advance the hardware. We'll scale in performance per watt, performance per dollar. We'll give the developer a lot more horsepower. The second element is software. So in addition to a very large driver team with Nvidia, we have hundreds of dev tech engineers, and their job is to work with you, the application developers, to make sure that your application is optimized, run on GeForce right out of the box, it's clean, it's smooth. And the third one is the SDK, VRWorks. It's a collection of features that, when combined with our hardware, deliver better performance, lower latency, better compatibility. If you don't have access to our SDK, please reach out to us, have our dev tech team work with you to optimize your application on GeForce or Quadro, Tegra, or any other graphics device. So in summary, VR is here. VR is here to stay. We're very excited. We'll continue to push the envelope, innovate, invent, work together with you to make it all successful. Thank you so much. Okay. This is a very difficult problem to solve. Only approximation can be done, and now for the first time we're able to solve this problem with our GPU. So our GPU can simulate all your propagation. Elements such as reflection, absorption, diffraction, occlusion can be simulated with our GPU. So in a small room, it's going to sound different as if you're in a large room or outside or a hallway next to a wall. It will use the material property in the physical, virtual environment that you're in to simulate properly the audio. It's very, it's computationally expensive. It requires a separate GPU to do that, but once you get it done, it can contribute to the feeling of presence and deliver a new and exciting VR experience. So we talked about audio, we talked about graphics, now let's talk about physics. Why is physics important in VR? The environment that you're in and the interaction with that environment has to abide to the laws of physics. Extremely important in VR. Not as important in games, in 3D games as an example, but in VR you know that when something doesn't look right, doesn't feel right, it will just break presence, it will pull you out of the virtual world, it will put you back in the real world. And no one likes the real world after being in VR. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, that's an AI conference after all. But we want developers to incorporate more physics elements, use our physics library to create a physically accurate world. So water has to look like water, smoke has to look like smoke, we should be able to interact with the particles, collision has to be properly implemented, everything has to look and feel right. Developers have been shying away from incorporating physics elements, but now with increased horsepower, they're able to do that, and they're able to do that with our GPUs more effectively. I just want to show you a very quick video. It's a video that it's an application that we put together for the Pascal launch. It's called Nvidia Funhouse. And this application incorporates all the physics elements that we saw on the previous slide. Maybe can we play the video? So this is going to be available on Steam for free. We're going to open source this application. It's a fun house, it's a fun game. Here you see the flex effect, liquid simulation, fluid simulation. Game developers, application developers can appreciate the complexity here. This is the Hepworth effect. All the hair is created using geometry, soft body simulation. Very complex, very computationally intensive. Looks real, looks simple, but it's not. But it looks very natural, and it's really fun. It's going to come to Steam this month.
Please join me in welcoming Zvi to the stage.
Thank you so much. Field brush amazing. Build more like something. Really. So, introduce myself first. My name is Zvi Greenstein. I'm a general manager at Nvidia and also heading the business development for VR. Really, really excited to be here today. 2016 is clearly the year of VR. After all those years, so many attempts, there's just this feeling that it's finally coming together with all the right pieces falling into place. We have great attendees from HTC, from Oculus, from a bunch of other vendors. Content is starting to come out in a big way. And then there's the graphics technology. Today we're able to deliver a great VR experience in a power-efficient manner and price points that can really appeal to the mass market. So with all those three elements in place, the magic of presence can be delivered to people around the world. Now, while we're extremely excited that VR is finally here, we are absolutely not satisfied. There is so much more to do and to improve. We need antenna solutions, we need higher resolution, lower latency, better quality, higher fidelity, better physics, better audio, you name it. And as for content, we want to see the content that's available on PC today. It is almost photorealistic coming to VR. So it's a long journey. It's a journey that we are very excited to be part of. It's a journey that we are very excited to be. The GPU is such a key element in enabling presence today, but at the same time, innovations in graphics technology will be key to enhancing presence in the future and to move this industry forward. So with that in mind, there are a couple of things that I would like to get across. One is Nvidia's deepest commitment to innovation. We'll continue to innovate, invent, push the envelope, show the world what's possible in VR in the years to come. And the second thing that I would like to get across is our commitment to work with you, the ecosystem partners, hardware developers, software developers, application developers, HMD makers, to address the biggest challenges in VR. There are some big challenges in VR that we have to work together to address, to make sure that this time around VR really pays off. So why is VR so difficult? Simulating reality is tough work, whether you're in VR or in AR. Presence is a function of what you see, of what you hear, of what you touch, the behavior of the environment around you, as well as your interaction with that environment. As for the graphics, we need to aim for the highest visual quality, the highest fidelity. This is a very good example from the Everest VR experience. created by Sulfur, using photogrammetry, using real pictures from Mount Everest, actually puts you on Mount Everest. This is the type of application, this is the quality that we need to aim for in VR, in order for it to look real. Audio has to be properly hearing as well as touch. So let's start with the first one, graphics. Why is graphics so difficult? It all stems from the fact that VR is 7 times more demanding than PC gaming. In PC gaming, you need to render to a typical 1080p monitor with 30, 45 frames per second as a minimum. In VR, you need to render at 3K resolution at 90 frames per second at a minimum. Okay, and that's 7 times more demanding. It's also reflected in the content that's available today. How many of you are gamers? Oh, many gamers. Proud to be here. Look at the content that's available on PC today. Games like Tomb Raider, Division, Fallout. Look at the games that are available in VR. It's not even close in terms of visual quality and fidelity. Even the best looking games in VR today look like PC games from 6-7 years ago. So there's so much horsepower needed in VR to drive to the levels of visual quality and fidelity that's available in PC. It's a huge gap, but it's a gap that Nvidia is well positioned to address. And we have made a giant leap towards addressing the gap with the introduction of our Pascal product line. It's a new product line that we introduced a month ago. It's a new architecture that gives us a significant performance boost in VR, significant performance increase, performance per dollar as well as performance per watt. Maxwell product line is amazing. Enable more than 10 million VR-ready PCs out there. Pascal just takes it a few steps forward. The GTX 1080, the product that we introduced last month, is priced at $599 and delivers 2x the performance of a $1,000 graphics card at 3x the power efficiency. So 3x the power efficiency, 2x the performance. So far we've introduced 2 enthusiast-class GPUs, but you can imagine what this architecture is going to do across our product stack and the VR experience that it will deliver in new and exciting form factor. GTX 1080 has 9 teraflops of compute horsepower. You know, I've been in this industry for more than 10 years. I remember 8 years ago when we introduced the first teraflop GPU, we were scratching our heads thinking, who's going to use so much horsepower? We need to find a use case to justify all the horsepower that we put in our GPUs. Now with 9 teraflop in VR, we're just scratching the surface. Give developers 10x the performance, and they will want more to deliver the ultimate VR experience. How did we accomplish that? So we have been using, for Pascal specifically, we use a new process technology. I won't bore you with technical details. We're able to backward transistors into a smaller area, increase the clock speed, the engine, and the memory. But we did more than that. We've incorporated new innovative techniques to enable faster, better performance in VR. One of them is called simultaneous multi-projection. It's the ability to project to 16 views. Very complex, very computationally intensive. Looks real, looks simple, but it's not. But it looks very natural, and it's really fun. It's going to come to Steam this month, and we're going to open source it very soon. Look at the fire, the smoke, your ability to interact with that. Again, you're using a flex effect here. The environment is destructive. Collision is properly implemented. Look at the way the balls interact with each other. We have that cloth effect on the nets on the sides. Again, using our collision effects here. Next one, you're going to see the particles, the diffraction effects. The entire environment is destructible. You can really have fun with it. And all the physics elements that are incorporated in these applications are available to you through the physics libraries that are incorporated in all the major game engines. The way the balloons interact with each other. They don't go into each other, but collision is properly implemented. You can interact with the particles in the air. Haptic feedback is applied. Again, just a quick glance just to show you, what's possible in VR using core physics libraries. So in summary, our strategy is based on 3 elements. First, hardware. We'll continue to advance the hardware. We'll scale in performance per watt, performance per dollar. We'll give developer a lot more horsepower. The second element is software. So in addition to a very large driver team at Nvidia, we have hundreds of dev tech engineers, and their job is to work with you, the application developers, to make sure that your application is optimized, run on GeForce right out of the box, it's clean, it's smooth. And the third one is the SDK. VRWorks. It's a collection of features that when combined with our hardware, deliver better performance, lower latency, better compatibility. If you don't have access to our SDK, please reach out to us, have our dev tech team work with you to optimize your application on GeForce or Quadro, Tegra, or any other graphics device. So in summary, VR is here. VR is here to stay. We're very excited. We'll continue to push the envelope, innovate, invent, work together with you to make you all successful. Thank you.